So this video is steps 11 through 13, and it's adding a summary or qualification section to your functional resume. The last step that we had in the previous steps, step 10 had you ending with finishing your email and then hitting enter twice on the keyboard. So now you're 2 lines down from your introduction. All right, so step 11, you are still centered on your page. You can see that by the little black blinking cursor in the center. And now I have you clicking on the bold button to turn on bold. Now you've already done this in previous steps, so this should be familiar at this point. There's the bold button. You hover over it and it says bold, so you left click and now it's on, and you know that because the blue square is around the B. So the next step, press the caps lock button on your keyboard. So that's on your keyboard down on the left-hand side, and now everything that you type is going to be in all capital letters. And we're going to have you type summary of qualifications. So I'm not pressing shift or anything, I'm just typing the normal keys, and everything is coming out all capital letters because I pressed that caps lock button. In fact, at this point, if I did try to do a shift and type something, it would come out as lowercase, and then when I lift the shift, it would go back to upper. So it's important that once you press caps lock, you just type normally without pressing the shift button. Through the wonderful magic that is video editing, I did not just sit here and type out 5 different bullets while you were watching. Now this is that last part of step 13 that I was talking about. When you get to this last one, you're going to hit the enter button 3 times, and I'll show you what each time does. The first enter button creates that next bullet, but we're done with bullets. We don't want to do any more, so I'm going to hit it a second time. Hitting it the second time gets rid of the bullets and brings you back over to the left margin. But because we're going to start a new section, I want 1 extra line in between the previous section and the next section. So that's the 3rd time you hit enter. Now I want to talk really briefly about what types of things you put in your summary of qualifications. As I mentioned earlier, this is the type of thing where you want to bring the employer's focus exactly to the skills that you have, really briefly, that they're looking for. If the type of job that you're applying for really wants you to have the ability to speak Spanish and you speak Spanish, then you do want to include that here. If they're looking for a certain number of years of experience, then go ahead and just list that right here. You want to show them in these lines that you are exactly what they're looking for, and then you give them more information below. But that's what this summary of qualifications section is. It's whatever abilities and skills and qualifications you have that are exactly what they're looking for. All right, with the next video, you're going to move on to step 14 and adding that relevant experience section.